Alright everyone, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel and NASCAR Heat 5 Florida Racing. We are here in the Xfinity Series at Mid-Ohio for some road course racing. We got ourselves a pretty good car, equipment-wise, so we'll see how we can handle the twists and the turns. And hopefully we can get top 20 results. Yeah, let's hope for that. Alright guys, so here we go racing. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and make sure to support the channel. So let's take a look here. We got ourselves Chase Briscoe, who's got the pole, Mike Harmon all the way in the back, and Tommy Joe Martin's in the back here as well. And we're about to go racing at Mid-Ohio. Not a bad start, not a bad start. Fairly short race overall. Got ourselves 4 laps in stage 1. Luckily we did a good job and not wrecking into the back of everybody there at the start, so that definitely helps. Hit the brakes early here, gained ourselves a few positions. Getting hit there on the side. Oh yeah, here he comes. Alrighty, so the biggest thing we got to do here is kind of figure out the track, learn our braking zones, learn when to let off, like right about there. Already have let off on the throttle so that we're slowing down some. Make sure we don't get off track. Also be nice and easy on the throttle because this car it's going to turn around very quickly if you hit the throttle too quickly. And yeah, that will end our race. And we definitely do not want to have that. So hopefully you guys had a happy New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So we're back here racing, of course, and we got more content. Ooh, wow, got the 38 doing that number in front of me. That was crazy. But we got plenty of racing content planned for just this month. Got ourselves a special race we're going to be running. I think you know what it is. If you haven't figured it out, it has to do with dirt and a race in Oklahoma. So that's going to be coming up here soon onto the channel. So we got that. That's going to be fun. Continue to work our way through the F1 series and continue to labor, especially through this Xfinity series here as well, because we need more equipment. We're also planning on running Cup next year, so this is kind of where our program for Xfinity stops, because we are going to be working really hard on saving up money for our Cup ventures. So that's how that's going to work. Thinking what we're going to be doing is getting somebody to fill in and race our Xfinity cars. We go off into the dirt trap here, but yeah, we'll still have it around working. We'll see how our hired driver works. If you have an idea of who we should hire, even though we'll never really see them race, you can put that down in the comments, because that is currently the plan. So we're not doing too bad. This is not one of my favorite tracks just because of how squirrely the car is, and with all the ups and downs and stuff, it just seems like the car gets very loose very easily. And I'm not super good with the Xfinity cars of being able to softly feather the throttle. It's not one of my best things to be able to do. One thing that I could do though is probably lighten how heavy the throttle, dead zone is. I could probably go through and fix those settings for the road courses. That would probably help, because it probably wouldn't really affect the Talladega or the other races that much, really, because on those it's all the way down, so I mean there's no possibility of it getting confused. This is another thing that's going to be interesting, is the fuel strategy on this particular race. So let's take a look at what we got going on there. Very short race, but we do have the problem where more than likely we won't be able to make it back around on fuel, just because of how weird this track's fuel is. It's very interesting how that works. So we're going to kind of save some fuel here, just kind of limp around, spin out, and do this, that, and the other number. Yeah, it's not the easiest track to handle, that's for sure. And then also you just have the weirdest pit strategy stuff that comes into play with like the fuel here. I mean, you see that we're already at 2 laps, got the warning light on, and already down to 1 lap. So I mean, really the only way for us to get this done is to pit, because we're going to be at that 0 mark puttering around the track super quickly. So we're just going to go ahead and come on in, which that might actually help our strategy here. So go ahead and get all the way filled up. We're going to go and take our tires, etc. Car's handling decently, but yeah, it's just super squirrely, so it's just part of the problem, I guess. Don't need any tape, or tape is fine where it is. Apparently we got a penalty, it looks like, cause I'm not sure. I didn't see a speed sign, so I don't know on that one. Let's see if we get a... Yep, there it is, assessment penalty. And we got the pace car sitting in the grass, so that's kind of funny. Now I do need to get back out before the rest of the cars come back through. There we go, very nice. So we're back out on track, and there's no reason to hurry, because we want to save that fuel as much as we can. Because we know that the rest of the field will be coming through right about now. We're going to end the stage. There it is. And so we'll just come up the pit road, top off on fuel, and do nothing else. Because our tires are fine, we can go ahead and top off on fuel, nothing else, just do that. And there we go, that got us 26 spots on pit road doing that strategy. And we got Ross Chastain, he's got a blown engine, so that's going to end his day, it looks like. Alright, so where we got? We got 4-lap shootout once again. Excuse me. 51, thank you. Now the thing is, how on earth do we save fuel for these stints? That's the problem. It's just like, there isn't a good way of doing that. So that's where the problem's going to be coming in with our continued strategy. Although this particular strategy right here worked out really good, and we should have a bit of a longer stage for the final, but still, it's just how on earth do you save the amount of fuel needed? Make sure we don't hit anybody here. Just be real nice and easy on the throttle throughout here. Luckily no one's being super aggressive as well. I don't know, it's like some of these road courses, like Mid-Ohio, not one of my favorites, whether it is to race or to watch, just because of how slow it is. Whereas like Watkins Glen, Coda, or some of the other ones, I think Sonoma usually ends up being a little bit slow, but still it ends up being a tad faster than this. Just like this right here is just so slow. And then you got that, what's that new track, the Washington track up near Seattle or something like that. Man, that thing is so slow. I mean, that was the boringest road course race I'd ever seen. And also, there's no space on that track to race. I mean, like this, I mean, you see how wide it is. I mean, basically you have 3 lanes. On that is like, you got 1.5 lanes. There isn't room for 2 cars to run side by side. Just, that was not an enjoyable race to watch, so I'll probably be skipping that one this year. Just won't really watch it, but yeah, that was a boring race. I don't know why they decided to go to that track, honestly. And I mean, obviously it's like, that's just for the Xfinity cars. I mean, hey, maybe for like other cars, like some open-wheeled, some different style cars, maybe it's a really cool track to watch. But just for the Xfinity cars anyways, with how heavy they are and how overpowered they are for how small the quarters were, it became such a slow, drawn out, boring race. That was not a fun racetrack to watch, so that was just interesting. So anyways, Getting back here, we're losing some positions, which is fine. I mean, we're up here in the top 10 at this particular racetrack. We're going to be watching our fuel here. Yeah, we're going to be hitting that fuel thing here. I'm going to try and save some fuel here if we can. Problem is everybody else is going like a Speedy Gonzales. Past. We got into 36 there. A little bit of damage in the front end. Almost tipped over. Ooh, we got John Hunton, not John Hunton, Joe Nemechek up here. He's been doing a lot of road course type racing, since he hasn't been able to do any NASCAR races of late. But he's been doing races at Sebring, races at Road America, been doing a lot of different road course racing, and having fun and winning quite a few in his class as well, so that's been kind of cool to see on his Instagram. So we already got the gas light warning. I'm going over off into the wall. So if we hit the 1 lap mark prior to hitting the line, we're doomed. Yep, there it is. So, yep, as soon as that hits, we've got to come and pit, because there will not be enough fuel afterwards. It's just how it works. So, I mean, no way we can fix that, unfortunately. Go ahead and fill all the way up on fuel. We're going to get tires, repair, etc. I have no idea what the speed limit is on this pit entrance. I bet we're going to get another penalty again. But we're going to have to see how this strategy continues to work for us. Let's see. Yep, we got another penalty again. So I don't know what the pit is. It? I mean, I guess I have to watch back through the footage and see if there's a prompt popping up of what the speed road, what the pit road speed is, but I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, it's probably because of the coming in at the end of the stage, but I mean, there's no other way to get to where I need to be without doing that, because I'm just going to run out of fuel, so I have to do that. So that's what it is that I'm not speeding, it's just that I'm coming into pit road after we've got 2 laps left, 1 lap left, so that's, yeah, pit road closes there, so that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, just going to be nice and easy again, no need to waste our tires or anything trying to get back to the line, because everybody else, just now guys, having an excellent day, by the way. We're watching our tires here, don't want to put too much wear on them. We should have the end of the stage right there, so there we go. Alright, so once again, save the tires. So all we're going to do is come back pit road with everybody else. Going to take just a wee bit of fuel, and that's going to be it. And there we go once again, 27 spots due to that pit strategy. So, I mean, it's working, but we got to figure out what we're going to do. So let's see here. We're going to come to the line. There we go. 9 laps remaining. So we have to come to pit road. I think what ultimately ends up helping us out is if we get a caution here in this particular stage after we pitted or right before we pit, and that usually gets us right to where we need to be on the fuel, so that we don't have that issue of having to pit on the last lap to get fuel. It's so weird how the fuel gauge works on this particular track. It's strange. So we're going to try and start saving early. I mean, there's nothing else we can really do, just kind of go off the throttle here. There we go. Car just got totally loose right there. Totally normal. More wrecking beside us there. Yep. Trying to save fuel, and that's not working with the field rushing up behind me. So it's one of those things, you have to go full throttle or get run over. So it's just it's such a weird strategy track. Especially with how everybody else drives. It's just like, it's so weird how you have to drive to actually feasibly make it to the end of the race. It just is such a weird thing here. And there's Kobe Howard. Maybe we should repay Kobe Howard the favor he did for us earlier this season. Yeah, there we go. We did. I actually didn't mean to. I didn't mention it, but I wasn't actually going to, but then I slid in there too hard, so. Anyways, moving on from that. Somehow we've got to save fuel here, and I don't know how to do that. We got quite a bit of damage, so that's going to take us a little while in the pits. Yeah, see, it just is so hard, because if you go off throttle early, it's like you kind of miss your mark for the brake. It just totally changes how the car reacts to going into the braking zone. Then also, yeah, it's such a weird way to race a track. Like, I'm only on half throttle for most of it, and was still not able to save enough fuel to make it get extra laps. It's weird why that is. Just trying to kind of be off throttle as much as I can here, and see, we already lost our, went down to 2 laps already, so there's no way we're going to be able to make that final lap, because as soon as it hits 0, it's sputtering on this track, so there's no way to get that done, which is so weird. I mean, on the straight you have to throttle up, so it's weird. It's very weird. It's hard to describe what you have to do, because I haven't figured it out yet. I mean, we're having a good race. We're in the top 20 where I wanted to be, but the problem is that I know we're going to have to pit here at some point, which is not going to help our fuel strategy here. Yeah, because there's our light, so we're going to hit 1 lap to go as we come in. So I mean, we're going to try and see what we can do. We're not hitting. Yeah, because if you just try to be off throttle, the car just doesn't handle correctly, and you don't make the turn. It's such a, you can't really balance it enough to be able to get the result you need, which really makes it very difficult to be able to complete a full fuel cycle that everyone else can actually do. Actually, it looks like we got people pitting, so that's interesting. Looks like the 8 cars gone ahead and gone on by. And amazingly, we have saved some fuel to be able to go on by here. I don't know how we've done that, but somehow we have. We're going to keep on the saving whatever it is as much as we can, because unfortunately we need to. Just kind of coast for the most part here. Yeah, as I said, you have to hit the throttle on the straights or else you're getting run over. We got a little bit, yep, see, and then you spin out and that causes you to lose time and fuel. We got somebody in ghost mode behind me. That's interesting. Not sure what happened to him, but that's where he's at the current time. Yeah, look at that ghost mode car. Interesting. Oh, and there's a caution. That came out perfectly. Go ahead and get everything nice and fixed. And we're going to end up going farther back. We'll have to see where we are on the laps, because we might just have to pit again. Well, at least some of the guys in front of us. Ah, whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that restart? No, I don't want to exit the race. I want to continue. Thank you. Ooh! What was that? Okay, 2 laps remaining. So the question is, do the guys in front of us who pitted early have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race? So we have nothing to lose, luckily, with how many laps are left, so we can just totally send it here. Yep, there we go. Kobe Howard out again. Thank you. Oh, he's going over all kinds of people. Never thought you'd see that at a road course, did ya? And by the way, that was not intentional. He just happened to be the car that was there. So anybody who was in that situation was going to probably get sent. So, all right. So on the brakes here, nice and easy, nice and easy. Hello, Anthony Alfredo. Man whose name is Alfredo, and he doesn't even like Alfredo sauce. Fascinating. And we're off the track. Nay, 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 nay. Trying to get that top 20 there for us. Be rather helpful to have. And send 3 wide. Probably that was my fault, but still. I had to get through if I could. On the final lap here, the question is, can everybody make it on fuel? I'm pretty sure that unfortunately they can. But there's still potential that some of them can't. Not sure how the 8's still up there. Did he pit? I thought he was still leading when the caution came out, so I'm not sure what on earth his fuel strategy is, and we're just gonna totally just send it off into the dirt. Not a problem whatsoever. We're just gonna go ahead and oh, good night. Well, that just ruined things. It has like rumble strips somewhere in there, so you can't actually, if you go off into the dirt, try and rejoin up there. That's interesting. Yep, I don't like this track, as you can tell. It's very annoying very quickly. Well, not our best day. Car felt actually pretty decently. Just it's such a weird track. So, anyways, there we go. 34th, didn't finish last. Our catchphrase from the F1 series: "Don't finish last." And we actually succeeded in today's race, but that's annoying. That's an annoying result. But what are you gonna do with that one? Unfortunately, not much. Not much at all. Alright, so we actually got ourselves a pretty good amount of moolah, so that was very helpful. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Just now, guy with the fastest lap. We'll go ahead and scroll up, see what our race results are. We got ourselves Daniel Hemrick, Justin Allgaier, Brandon Jones, Austin Cindric, Healy, Burton, Clements, Gregson, Ennett, and Starr there as your top 10. Chase Briscoe also came in at 12th, so not a bad day overall. But fastest lap to Justin Allgaier, so definitely a dominant day from him. Most laps led. As I said, he was up there for almost all of it. And then we also have Daniel Hemrick, who went from 18th to 1st. So definitely a good day for him there. And then tough break, Ray Black Jr. from 5th to 28th. So that's about what we'd expect. So anyways, guys, that's it for today's race. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time at the Xfinity race in Michigan. Bye-bye.